Welcome to class. Grab your book and pen and get ready to learn. Let us learn subtraction in number basis. We will be starting from what we know, then we go into what we don't know. Of course, we are used to numbers in base 10. So we'll start from subtraction of numbers in base 10. For example, subtract 3,892 from 5,304 in base 10. Let us subtract. 4 minus 2 gives us 2. 0 minus 9. 0 is not sufficient. So let's borrow 1 from 3. When we borrow 1 from 3, that 3 will remain 2. That 1 you have borrowed, that 1 is not 1. That 1 is the base, which is 10. You know, from your lower classes, you are told that you borrow 1, then you bring it to 0, then 0 becomes 10. That is not correct. Have you thought about it? That when you borrow 1 and you bring it to 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. But because that 1 you have borrowed is the base, which is 10, when you bring it to 0, that will become 10 plus 0, which is 10. So, I have 10. 10 minus 9, 1. 2 minus 8 is not possible. So, I have to borrow from 5. That 1 I am borrowing from 5 is not 1. It is the base, which is base 10. And that is why when you add that 1, which is 10, when you add it to 2, 10 plus 2 gives you 12. Now, 12 minus 8 is 4. And 4 minus 3 is 1. This is the basis. And this is just the explanation for subtraction in number basis. So let us learn how to subtract in basis other than 10. These are numbers in base 2. We want to subtract 111 base 2 from 1001 base 2. 1 minus 1 is 0, so we write 0. 0 minus 1, 0 is deficient, so we have to borrow. The next place value that we have to borrow from is also deficient, so we go to the next one. We borrow 1 from here, this will remain 0. That 1 that we have borrowed is not 1, it is the base, which is 2. So when you bring it here, 2 plus 0 will give you 2. So we no longer have 0 there. What we have there is 2. From this 2, I have to borrow 1. And this is remaining 1. That 1 that I have borrowed is not 1. It is the base, which is 2. So when it comes here, 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And this is base 2. That means 1001 minus 111, all in base 2, is equals to 10 base 2. This is another example. What is the difference between 1144 and 365 in octal? Octal is base 8. That means 1144 minus 365, both in base 8. Let us go ahead and do the subtraction. 4 minus 5. 4 is deficient, so we have to borrow from the other place value. So we borrow 1 from here, this is remaining 3. That 1 we have borrowed is not 1, it is the base, which is 8. So when you bring it here, 8 plus 4 is 12. So what you have now is 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 3 minus 6. 3 is deficient. So you have to borrow from the next place value. You are left with 0 here. That 1 you have borrowed from here is not 1. It is 8. So 8 plus 3 will give you 11. So 11 minus 6 is 5. 0 minus 3, we have to borrow from here. That 1 we borrow from here is not 1. It is actually 8. So 8 plus 0 is 8. So I have 8 minus 3, 5, base 8. That means the difference between 1144 base 8 and 365 base 8 is 557 base 8. Let us look at examples of subtraction in bases higher than 10. 1835 base 16 minus F7E base 16. Let us subtract. Remember we said in bases higher than 10, we represent 10 with A, 11 with B, 12 with C, and so on. So E that we have here is actually 14. 5 minus E. E is 14. So 5 is deficient. We have to come borrow from 3. 3 will remain 2. That 1 we have borrowed is the base, which is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. So we have 21 minus E. E is 14. So 21 minus 14, that is 7. So we write 7. 2 minus 7, we have to come borrow from A. Remember that A is 10. So when we borrow 1 from it, we are left with 9. That 1 we have borrowed is the base, which is 16. 16 plus 2 is 18. So we have 18 minus 7, which is 11. 11 is B. So we write B. 9 minus F. F is 15. So 9 minus F. 9 is insufficient. We have to borrow 1 from here. So we are left with 0 here. That 1 we have borrowed is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. So we have 25 minus 15. That is 10. And 10 is represented in base 16 as A. So the difference between 1835 in base 16 and F7E in base 16 is AB7 base 16. I hope you understand this and you also find it interesting. I will leave a couple of questions here so that you can solve and tell me your answer in the comment section. Go ahead and do this. Find the difference between 11010 minus 101 in binary and 5D62 and 5D7 in hexadecimal. See you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more interesting lessons.